Hi everyone, this is Ayush. So today we'll learn about equation of motions in kinematics. Listen to me very carefully. I don't waste your time, and after watching all of my videos you can solve the PYQs. It's my guarantee. So let's start with the equation of motions. So there are three equation of motions. You know this. V is equal to U plus AT. Then comes S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And the third one is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So these are the three equation of motions. Don't learn like this. Please learn like this. These are vector equations. Please. What difference does it make? Right? What difference does it make? See, I am going to tell you one question. In that you will understand what difference these equation of motions will make. By learning like this, you can solve the questions, but not by these. Let me give you an example. It has come in NEET plus your JEE Advanced. I am going to deal with one question. It is very important question. See, initial velocity is given as 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. Acceleration is given as 0.4 I cap plus 0.3 j cap. Time is given as 10 seconds. And it is asked V final. So how you will do it? What many people will do thinking of these equations, what people will do, people will find the value of this, which will come to be 5. People will find the value of this, which will come out to be 0.5. Then people will use V is equal to U plus AT. 5 plus 0.5 into 10, which will be 10 meter per second. So this is the wrong answer, and obviously it is an option. So please be very careful about how to learn these equations of motions. You have to learn like this. In vector form you have to learn, not in scalar form, because these are valid for vector. These equations were made for vector quantities, not for scalar quantities. It was not made for speed and distance. It was made for velocity and displacement. Okay, so how to solve them? Use this equation. V is equal to U vector plus A vector into T. V vector will be equal to U vector 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 0.4 I cap plus 0.3 j cap into 10, which will be 7 I cap plus 7 j cap. Then find mod V, which will be 7 root 2. This is the correct answer. It's a very important question. Came in both NEET as well as JEE Advanced. So this is how just by changing the approach we can solve the questions. The next concept of equation of motion. V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And V dot V is equal to U dot U plus 2A dot S. Okay, so these equation of motion. First, let's learn about the validity. When are these equation of motions valid? Under constant acceleration. Constant means uniform acceleration. So this is the point you have to remember. These equation of motions are valid only when the acceleration given is constant or uniform. Both are the same things. If it is not constant, then what do you have to use? If not constant, then what do you have to use? You have to use basic integration and differentiation method. I have already discussed. Integration and differentiation method you have to use. That's it. Okay. Third point you have to remember is, what is S? S is your displacement, not distance. For example, if a particle is moving like 100 meter, then it comes 25 meter. So put S is equal to 75 meter. Don't put S is equal to 125 meter. Some basic problems, some basic errors which will always lead to negative marking. So this is how the questions are made. The next point I have to tell you is that equation of motions, two types of question come. In equation of motion, two types of questions comes. First is your horizontal motion and second one is your vertical motion. Obviously both are one dimensional motion, so the equation of motion will be used in a similar way, but still the type of questions coming in these two sections are very much different, and it is a more tougher section. Now I am going to tell you how to deal with both the sections. Okay, so let's start quickly with the horizontal motion. Let's talk about horizontal motion quickly. It is a easier section as compared to the vertical motion. Horizontal section, you know, not section motion. Horizontal motion means the party is moving like this. It has come after this much, then again this motion in this direction, left and right, or I can say in the x-axis is horizontal motion. Okay, what you have to remember in this, first the three equation of motions. In good questions, two equation of motion will be used. People generally think that only one equation of motion will be used by us and we will solve our answer, but it is not true. For example, I am giving you a question. V is given 10 meter per second, U is given 5 meter per second, and T is given 2 seconds. You have to tell the distance covered. How you will find? Just see the equation of motions, three equation of motion you can see. There is actually no equation of motion which can tell you the answer. There's no equation of motion. So you have to use two equation of motion. First you will use V is equal to U plus AT. 10 is equal to 5 plus 2 into A. Obviously you can find from here, A can be find out, that is your 5 by 2, that is 2.5. A you can find. Then after using first equation of motion, you can use the second equation of motion, that is, which can be S is equal to UT plus half AT square. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now U is known, T is known, A is known. Now S can be found. This will be the answer. So you have seen that two equation of motions are used to find the answer. Okay, and one more point. One question comes, nth distance covered. What do you mean by nth? Nth time distance covered. What's the meaning of this? For example, distance covered in third second or fourth second. How to do such type of questions? These are very important questions, but it's very easy. What you have to do is you have to use this equation of motion. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. You have to use this equation of motion. Now how to solve? For third second, what you have to do? Put T is equal to 3 seconds. Then put T is equal to 2 seconds. Subtract and get the answer. Subtract and get the answer. I am going to tell you with help of examples. Listen to it very carefully. Okay. What happens is nth second distance. What's the meaning of this? Meaning is distance covered by n seconds minus distance covered in n minus 1 seconds. This is the fundamental formula. There's a formula of it also. You can convert, you can find it of yourself, but if you know the second equation of motion, you can easily find it out. For example, if I say initial velocity is 10 meter per second, acceleration is 1. So what is the distance? Distance covered in fifth second. If I say, what will you do? Fifth second means S5 minus S4. This is the meaning of fifth second. S5 minus S4. What is S5? S5 means S is equal to UT plus half AT square. S is equal to 10 into 5 plus half. Don't do this. This is not asked. Half 5 square. Okay. So you can find out S. Then again put s is equal to 10 into 4 plus half a 4 square. Then s you can find it out, subtract and get the answer. It generally means is, see, if this much is the distance traveled in 5 seconds and this much is the distance traveled in 4 seconds, so this is the distance traveled in the 5th second, this much, 1 second. So this is the basic theory of it. I hope you understand my point. Lastly, let's talk about the vertical motion. Vertical motion is bit tougher. Okay, let's talk about vertical motion. Okay. First point you have to remember is, don't solve any question. Don't solve any question without the sign convention. Without sign convention, actually you cannot solve any question. That's the truth. What is the sign convention you have to use? What is the sign convention? Very easy. This is plus, this is minus, this is plus, this is minus. Means right side and up is plus, downside and left is minus. You can reverse this, but don't do it. It will make the question more complicated. Better to use the sign convention which I am telling. Without using sign convention, actually you cannot solve any question. Now, how to use the sign convention? See, if I say a particle is thrown upward, particle is thrown upward, what will be the sign convention? You will use plus u. Particle is thrown downward, it becomes minus u. Plus u means particle is thrown upward, minus u, particle is thrown downward. So you should know when to use plus u, when to use minus u. How to know? You have to see the particle. Is the particle moving upward or the particle moving downward? For example, particle goes from bottom to up, then up to bottom. So at this point, sign convention will be positive because it is going upward. At this point, it is still going upward, so still sign convention will be positive. At this point, it is going downward, so here you will use negative. So this is how you have to know in which direction the particle is going, and in that way you have to use the sign convention. I hope the point is clear. The first point, I guess it is clear. Let's talk about the second point. I will be dealing with the question. Second point you have to remember is S is equal to ut plus half at square. A very important equation of motion used in vertical motion. What is S? S is displacement. S is displacement. It is a very important concept which I am going to tell. Let's say it's a tower of any building of 100 meter. Particle is thrown up by 25 meter. Okay, and it comes down. So this is total 125 meter, obviously. So you have, let's say you have been asked the time taken, total time taken. Like the particle was initially here and it has gone upward, then it has gone downward. You know acceleration. Acceleration is obviously 10 meter per second is given because it is g, and initial velocity you have been given, let's say 2 meter per second, and time is asked. So what S will you put? See, S is the displacement, this is the initial, this is the final point. This is the final point. So final minus initial. What's the difference between final and initial? It's just the 100 meter. It's just the 100 meter. So you will put S is equal to 100 meter, but sign convention. See the sign convention. The particle has come down. The particle has come down. So you will put minus 100 is equal to 2t half into 10t square. And from here you can find t in one step. That's it. This is a very important concept for S. Such type of questions actually come and people are not able to solve such questions. Okay. So this is the importance of sign convention as well as this equation of motion. Okay. The third point you have to remember of vertical motion. Third point of vertical motion is C. Particle is moving upward. It has came downward. Let's say the initial velocity is 10 meter per second. And finally it becomes 0 meter per second. Then after some time, obviously 0 meter per second, and after some time it again becomes 10 meter per second. Okay, so 10 to 0, then 0 to 10. See, this motion and this motion, they are just the opposite of each other. What does it mean? See, if I ask distance traveled in last t second of ascent, last t second, that this is t seconds, you have to find the distance, okay, you have to find s. How you will find? You need to have this velocity at this point, but you actually don't know. You know this 10 meter per second, but you don't know this, and it is asked in the last t seconds. It will be confusing question for you. So how to deal with such question? What happens is, when comes the last t seconds, or the last part of the upward motion, the last part of upward motion is basically the first part of, or the initial part of the downward motion, because I said both are opposite to each other. It means distance traveled in last t seconds of ascent means distance traveled in first t second of descent. Means, imagine a particle is freely falling, means u is equal to 0 meter per second, and after t seconds, you have to find the distance, you have to find the s. What will be the s? See, it's very simple. S is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to u is 0, half gt square. This is the answer. But if you are going to do by this method, upward method, you have to find the velocity first, and it will be going to be very hectic. So it's better to do question like this. I hope the point is clear. U is given, and after t time, the particle has traveled motion in t seconds. Then you have to find the distance traveled in t seconds. So you have to use the second equation of motion. Okay. So these are the 3 points. Some more trivial points I can say. See, equation of motion independent of mass. See, in no equation of motion there was a mass. It is independent of mass. So what happens is, if I say there's a big watermelon and a small egg, so if they are thrown from the same height, which will reach first? The answer is both will reach at the same time, because equation of motions are independent of the masses. So this is one trivial point. And yes, one more thing, that acceleration in vertical motion, you will not be given acceleration, because you know that acceleration is g, but when you are using equation of motion, acceleration is minus g. Why minus g? Because the acceleration due to gravity is always downward. So in equation of motion, while using the vertical motion, always use acceleration as minus g. I hope the points are clear. I hope the concepts are revised. Now go try out all the questions, all the PYQs which have come. Okay, so that's it. If there's any problem, do ask me on Instagram or in the comment section on YouTube. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.